welcome to class. We're going to be making a baby dress, and first we're going to I'll show you all the materials I'll be using. I have here my main fabric, which is a cord lace. You can use any fabric of your choice. You can represent this with an Ankara fabric. You can use satin or any satin of your choice. You can use veil nets or a condom net, or the name it's being called in your area or that you are familiar with. You can as well use any lace fabric aside from cord. All right. Now, underneath this, I am going to have my satin. Here is my satin, which is going to be placed under it. I intentionally went for this color in order to tone down this red color. All right, so at the base, I am going to work with this veil net. Here is a veil net. Now, there are different types of veil net. There's the soft one, the hard one. The soft one is majorly or mostly called the condom net. So, but I'm using the cord one because of the effect that I want at the base of the dress. Also, here is my stay. So as we move on in the tutorial, you get to know where we will be needing all this. So here is my stay, or if you want to use a paper stay instead, you can use that. I'll prefer stay anyways. So it's just either of the two, right? Also, I have here my hard nets. Just tell them hard nets. You get it at your tailoring store. We also have a zipper, your thread, and I guess that is all that we're going to be needing. Now, making this dress for, I don't know, I'm just going to give us a number or figure for a year or 2 years or even 3 years old girl. So the measurements I'm going to work with now are the waist of, okay, we are going to work with the length first. The half length will be 9 inches and the full length will be about 19 inches. Then the waist measurements will be 26. Then the shoulder measurements is 10 inches. So these are the major measurements we are going to work with. What is the first thing to do, which is going to be the waist? That's the first thing. We're going to measure it out. Now the 26 inches is going to be plus 26 plus 6 will give us 32. Oh, my marker is gone. Okay. 32 inches divided by 4 will give us 8. Now, this measurement is the same as your 26 divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches. You still arrive at the same answer. So I'm going to fold on my pattern. You can fold, or better still, you can just measure it out. All right, now you can just, on your pattern, rule out your borderline. Just like this. This is just the borderline. Good. Now, like I said, 8 inches is our measurement, the waist measurement. That's your 26 divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches. You have your 8 inches. So I am just going to mark out my 8 inches. Your 8 inches can be anywhere on your pattern. So I'm going to take 8. I'm just going to rule it out. 8. All right. Now, okay, let's rule it out first. We said the half length is 9 inches. So the 9 inches, I will add my allowance to make it 10. That's my sewing, my seam allowance. Here is my 10 inches. Now we're going to go with the shoulder. The shoulder measurement is 10. So we are going to, it's now going to be shoulder divided by 2, which is 5 inches. So I'm going to take the 5 inches here. That's my 5 inches, which is at the top line. Then the armhole length, because it's a girl, a kid, we're going to work with 4 inches. Now, I am working with 4 inches because it's a sleeveless dress. If you're going to add sleeve, you can increase it to 4.5 or even 5 inches. But because it's a sleeveless dress, I'm fine with this 4 inches. Now, all I need to do is just rule out the points. Then my shoulder measurement, I'm going to bring it down, straight down, so that I can have like an L shape. Then from this corner, I am going to go up by 1 inch, and then I can connect from this point. If you have your curve, your French curve, you can use it here, and if not, you are still good. All you just need to do is connect this just like this. And we are good to go. Then on the neckline, we are going to measure the depth, which it is going to be 2.5 inches. Remember, we are working with a little girl's measurement, all right? So 2.5 inches. You can make yours 3 inches. If you are sewing for like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, you can make it 3 inches. Then the width measurement is 2 inches. 2 inches. So we are going to connect this. You can just find your way, like drawing out an L shape first. Something like this. Then you find your way to bring out the neckline. Here is the neckline. And of course, on the shoulder, we are going to measure 1 inch for the slant. Here is 1 inch. So I am going to bring it out like this, and then we have a straight line. It's a little girl, so we do not need to bring out any shape or nothing like that of an adult. So whatever we have here is what we're going to use to cut our pattern. So let me just cut it out. To cut out our fabric. So I'm sure we understand this. This is our pattern. So just place your pattern on whatever fabric you have decided to use. So to cut out the front, all you need to do is fold your fabric. Remember, we didn't fold this, but on the fabric you need to fold. Then place your pattern, place it so well, and cut out whatever you have on your pattern for the front. Now here's the front, and here's the front now. So whatever I have cut out here, I'm going to cut out to place it on the satin. This is a doll face satin. I'm going to cut out the same thing. Also, I am going to cut out my hairstay. If hairstay is what you are using, I'm going to cut out the same thing on the hairstay. And I am going to cut out my lining as well. So I'll be cutting out my doll face, my hairstay, my lining the same way I have cut this out. So just go ahead and do that. right now we are done with the front, so we move to the back. We are still going to use our pattern, and I'm going to maintain here as my borderline. This is still going to be my borderline, so let me just increase this, or better still, cut out the excess that we have here. The first thing we are going to do for the back is to measure 1.5 inches. Now the 1.5 inches is going to serve as our zipper allowance, 1.5. So we are going to rule it out. Then we can place whatever we have on the front, starting from the 1.5 inches, just like this. And of course, the baseline, the sides. So you can just mark it out, or better still, you can cut it out at once. Another thing we are going to, that is important, is the neckline. So the depth is 1 inch. Depth is 1 inch, but the width still maintains the same thing that we have here. Now we bring it out and we're going to connect just like this. So it's going to extend to the 1.5 inches that was drawn. So let's cut this. This is for the back. Now, here on the back, another thing that is important is I am going to take out half an inch, that's 0.5 here. And I'm going to connect just like this. .5, and that's because I really do not want the zipper area of the dress bulging out or anything. So we're going to cut it out like this, but you have to make sure it's aligned with whatever you have here on the side, so that the side measurements with that of the front will be equal. All right, we're going to place this on our fabric just like we did for the front pattern. You're going to place the fabric. Make sure you fold. Then this time around, we're going to have opening, definitely, because of the zipper. So you can just, open it out. Cut it out. Just like that. Then place your pattern to cut out whatever you have. The same way, I'm going to cut out my lining. I'll cut out my satin, my stay, just like we did for the front piece. before we move to the base of our dress, this is my doll face first. So we already cut out 9 inches, which is the half length. The remaining length is 10 inches. So I'm going to cut out 12 inches. That's because we'll be joining here at the base, at the top, that's gathers, and at the base as well. And I actually want to have enough allowance, right? So I'll be cutting out 12. You can make it 11 inches or 12 inches if you're working with the same measurement. So here is my 12 inches. I'm working with 2 yards of fabric, 2 yards of doll face, 2 yards of lining, right? So you can fold to get the numbers of 12 inches that you want, so that you can have a fuller measurement. You want it bogus, you can just cut it out as much as you want. I'm marking out my 12 inches so I can just cut. I'm going to join this to have a straight, long fabric together. I am also going to cut out the veil nets. Now, cutting the veil nets is about 8 inches, but I wouldn't know if I'll be using all. I might, I don't know. I might decide to use just 6 yards or 7 yards, depending on the fullness that I want, especially at the base, which is the ruffles. Now, we're going to still measure the 12 inches on the veil net. And this is going to be as much as, I don't know. Trying to lose it out. It's long. Oh. This is so long, so trying to lose it. If you have been following me on YouTube, before now our YouTube channel is All Africa TV. All our tutorials on All Africa TV are still there. You can check them out. Check out the tutorials. You're going to love it. But now, Kharis Kreations has a channel. We now have our own channel, and the name is Kharis Kreations on YouTube. So our new videos are uploaded on Kharis Kreations. But the existing tutorials on All Africa TV still remain. So you can just take your time to check it out. The tutorials are lucid. They are detailed tutorials that you're going to love and well explanatory as well. So I'm trying to fold the yards and then cut out the 12 inches that we need. So just go ahead and do that. So I've arranged it, the number of yards, and what I'll be doing is just to take my 12 inches measurements like this, and I'll be cutting out the numbers I'm able to cut. Although it's going to be in layers. I've cut out one. Let me use this to explain. This is one, so I'm going to cut another one. So I think I'll cut like 3 layers of this. So let's do it first. I'm good with this 3. Next is to cut out the nets for the base, which is the ruffles. And for that ruffles, I'll be measuring out just 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. If you want it to be smaller than that, you can cut it out. If you want it to be 2 inches, you can cut out your 2 inches. So just continue to cut it out, and what I'm going to do is join it to have a very long strip. You know, when you have it very long, like very long. So I'm going to I'm going to just continue to join whatever fabric. I'm going to join everything and make it just very, 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 very long. And this is for the net. Then if you are going to cut out the belt, like you want your fabric to have a belt, I am going to use this for the belt. So cutting out the belts, this is way long, but I guess I'll just use it like that. What I'm going to do is just fold my fabric. Now I'm going to fold it, then this is, I'm trying to use what I have though, but I think I'm fine with the measurement too. I'm fine with this. This is 6 inches. So I'm going to just fold, you know, when you have, let me bring it like this, just something like this. So this should be like 2 inches, yeah. It's like 2 inches, and the base, you know, it's not straight. You can see the folding, not like folding it equally. No, just turn to make sure you have this other edge. This is equal, but then this is not. This is like just 2 inches fabric. All right, so I'm good with this, and then we can just cut. This is going to give us the 2 belts that we need. You can make it as long as you want. It's your choice. Here we are. That's it. So I'm also going to cut here to separate it. At this point, I guess we are done with the the cutting, so we can move to the cutting now. Cuts. Cuts. So at this point, I guess we are done with the cutting, so we are moving to the sewing.